Happy Saturday. Okay, so we started 2 new colonies. The Empire has been eliminated, so we've and basically all but the Kuwait space station was reduced to ruins, or yeah, ruins. So Bis, Kuwait, and Coruscant are all ruined planets. We went and colonized Kuwait and Bis because they actually have resources on the planets. Coruscant doesn't. Coruscant is a good planet if you can conquer it as it's fully built out. But if it's not, it's really not worth taking because it has no resources. It's just a Terran planet with nothing special. It's a lot of pollution. So does this one do? No, it's decivilized. And it's got pollution here too. Anyway, Freeport. Make some money. Maybe. Okay, so what are we going to build? Oh, we need a mine. We need a mine. Start mining that stuff. Then Bis is going to be the same deal. So Bis is a... Oh, it's got a farmland. So we'll build a farm first for Bis. Because extra food. Because that's what, +1? So it's going to be producing quite a bit of food for us, which we need. So that's good. So decivilized. That's a big deal. Okay, so other colonies that might need work. Fuel depot. Oh, fuel production is still being built. Once this is done, we've got a little thing to go plug into that. How many days are left? 13, roughly. So we can produce more fuel. Once that's gone, we'll plug an AI into this too, probably. Let's see. So Locans is we have 5 colonies in our home system, I think. So this one's fully developed. Make it money. Rocketville, fully developed, making some money as well. This is also one of our heavy industry production plants. Got some pollution to worry about. Scout's Ice Ball. Not quite fully developed, still growing in population. Slowly. Why so slowly? Hazard rating. Oh, tectonic. Oh, that's right. We have to build this engine, and then we have something we can plug into it to make it better. So again, we have to do some terraforming to get this planet up a little bit better. And again, a Scout's Ice Ball. Then with the fuel depot, we're just looking at that. How many acorns you have got? I think I have like 2 or 3 left. That one's still developing slowly. It's habitable. So it's actually not going too bad. It's got sandbox. So again, this one's still growing nicely. Doing tech mining here for now. Making a little bit of money. Needs to be 2 more planets. Well, we have to find some first that are worth taking. Then we have Cord. And this one's still developing. This is just a minor mining planet right now. A little bit of refinery. Fuel depot. Kuwait and those guys. Okay, so actual income 378,000. Again, we want this to be up in the 500,000 range. So, where's our human running? That's Gimpy running the planet. Gimpy actually does have some useful skills, although maybe not. Industrial planet. See, the thing is this is the fuel depot. I don't know if I want to waste an AI on this. Oh, I need to fire these people, actually. We're allowed 1 more, actually. 1 more human one. Oh. Proof that Gimpy is really an AI? Yes. Yes, that's what it is. So AIs. So they get this hypercognition stuff, which is accessibility, fleet size, effectiveness of ground defenses, and stability. And then Gimpy's got a bonus, I think. See, he's allowed to personally govern up to 2 colonies, and when he doesn't meet that thing, he gets a bonus. The bonus is for what? Having more than maximum number of colonies under a period kind of results in a stability penalty. So we're actually getting a stability bonus. Management bonus of +1. So basically he's getting the same bonus as the AIs do for stability wise. So he's not as good as the AIs for the other bonuses that they get, because they get the hypercognition stuff. So they get the bonus to accessibility, fleet size, and effectiveness of ground defenses, and +1 stability. And if Gimpy's only managing 1 colony, he gets the +1 stability too, but he doesn't get the other 3. So no human can be as good as the AI. It's that simple. As you can see, all these guys have a bonus to production, just like the AI does, but they don't get the other stuff. That's why they're not gainfully employed so much. So I guess the question is, should we fire them? I don't need that many of them, because they're still costing us money. It's just we only pay them 10% of their salary when they're not actually working. So we'll fire some of these guys. You look not interesting, so dismiss you. You, because you're just a lawsuit in the making. And you don't look so interesting. So just keep these 2 around. The Ewok and the Mandalorian guy. Just in case we need them to manage a colony. Okay, so that. And then, yeah, so you only have 2 AI cores left. Got some betas though. Let's see. Scouts ice ball. This is the heavy industry, so we actually want to head over here and plug some a beta core or something into here, like the heavy industry stuff. So let's go do that real quick. That is Murder Habitat. Okay. The betas can reduce the cost of operation and the requirements to build stuff. They don't actually boost production itself. The alphas do the 2 other things plus boost production. The alphas are, really, really good. The betas aren't so bad, but they're mainly about cutting costs, not so much upping production. This is what they do. So Gamma Core reduces demand by 1 unit. This reduces upkeep by 25% and demand by 1 unit. And alphas, those 2 other things, plus increases production. So in this case, we'll just work up demand. You can always take these back out too. And the refinery, do the same thing. This will be our second beta. Last. So what that does is just reduces their demand.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Saturday. So we're going to go make a run over to Ulgan and see if they're going to sell to us. I don't think they will, but we have to go take a chance because we're the ones who put them into that situation where they need medications and stuff. So anyway, we're going to go take a look at them. It's the old gun trading post, right? Yep. So I don't think they'll sell. They'll buy from us, but we have to go take a look because that's just too much money to be made not to take a look at it. And we're good on supplies. Gate. Because there's a start gate down there. It's not too far. It'll save us a bit of travel time. Fleet goes. Oh, look. These guys are ready. Shoot. So yeah, these guys got to be built. Now this one's ready. This one has 3 built out. Go back to Rocketville and build that out real quick, and then we have to add it over to, or put those back into, or not back into, but put them into the secondary fleet. Which I guess we should give them more orders to. Follow me. Okay, so you auto fit that and he's ready to go. Is that right? Strip you first, then we. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so he's good. He's ready. So no mothballing. And then we need to pick up 2 more ships out of storage to get repaired. Still a bad thing to do. Thank you. I'll take another one of these to get them up and running fairly quickly. Repaired. Storage, then storage. So on that. Guess I've had 2 room, heavy guy. We got lots of those. So I'm looking for some guns we might need to build. I think we need some of those Mandalorian batteries things. These. No. Is it these? Mando heavy double laser. Yes, those are the ones. So we need to build more of those. We only have 12. Production, weapons, medium. Pointers. do a second group, okay? So that'll be done. Again, we just need some extra stuff there. Fighters. Do we need any fighters? I think we're good for the most part. I think our main problem was we don't have a lot of 10-point fighters, regular fighters that are decent. And we have X-Wings. TIE Defender is 15. 10 of them should be fine. Interceptor is 5. Hunter is 15. Interdict, that's a bomber. Now the Avenger. So you can concussion us. Oh, that doesn't work. .25 fighter. It's got an advanced targeting computer, 6 laser cannon. We have a couple of those. Make sure we have a couple more just in case. Okay, so 140,000 to get that done. And just waiting for the fleet to come back to us. So we can transfer these ships over, and then we gotta go deliver some medical supplies and go from there. Again, just waiting for colonies to develop. I guess we could go around and do some bounties too. Make some money that way. Because again, we're saving up the 15 million we need. Was it 15 million? Yeah, it was 15 million to build an Eclipse 2 Super Star Destroyer. 15 million credits. I've never had that many credits ever. There they are. Okay, Comlink. Figure. Ships. That. This one. That's good. And then you can revive lost ships. So these are the ships that they've lost in this fleet. They can buy them back. Oh, they're supposed to have commanders on these guys. Cost is only 146,000 for us, so we will do that. Let's get some more in there, because that wasn't nearly as expensive I thought it was going to be. Almost 300 grand for those. Or is that total? Didn't matter. So one of these is damaged. Oh, so we have to actually take this Star Destroyer by the Harbinger. Oh, they didn't transfer over. Anyway, we need to take the Harbinger back so we can get it fixed up. Oh, the revived ships came up in my fleet. No, those are these ones we're trying to fix. Never mind. I'm good. Look at all the fighters. Oh, there they are. Okay. So this one we need to get the Imperial Liberty's Missile. Yeah, so that's actually not a bad fleet. It's not a bad fleet. And get the freighter in there, carrying stuff for them. 18 grand. No. Sorry. Can link, give you orders, control the system. Okay. So, again, trying to get ships fixed up and stuff. So I need to get those two fixed up. Now let's mothball. So mothball you. Okay, listen. Send that to store. Put that in storage. See, these guys are all fixed. They just need to be repaired, and then they're ready to go back into service. They already have all their pieces and parts ready to go. Oh, but this one doesn't, does it? Not really. So we're going to fix that one too. Okay, so we need a hyperdrive, some armor. Just force bulkheads and shield generators. To about 20 or so. 15 for now. So we need a fighter for, let's go with a 10-pointer somewhere. Interceptor. That's basically the same as this one, isn't it? Sure is. So give him this one. Sit there. So missiles do the assault concussions. This guy's point defense. Three mediums? So, four, yeah, 3 mediums. Make this a heavy ion cannon for 10 points. And then we'll do 10 pointers with the Mandalorian double turbo laser thing batteries. Fine. So the point defense stuff, right? Yeah. So not a lot of firepower in this thing, but it's a frigate, so it's not supposed to be huge. That'll work. Put up a little bit of a fight, and it's more of a support ship. It's not really a main engagement stuff. We'll build in its bulkheads, so you get some points back for vents and capacitors. Okay, so that should make it fairly competent. Oh, this one's missing all kinds of parts. This one. Slightly better fighters. Put some 10-pointers in there. E-wings. Aggressor Assault Fighter. Aggressors actually aren't bad. That. Put some bombers in here too. Only one B-Wing. Oops. This is CIS stuff. B-Wings. This is actually kind of like X-Wings. These guys aren't too bad. Ion torpedoes, concussion missiles, proton torpedoes, heavy laser cannons. Yeah, I can put those in. So it looks like I need more 10-point fighters. The B-Wings wouldn't be bad to have. Should probably make some more of those. Or these. No, not these. It was that one. Camolgia, whatever. 300 hull, 600 or 60 armor, 150 Omni shield, 200 shields, 250 in hull. So B-Wing's a little bit more durable on the hull side of things. Armor, shields aren't as good though. Top speed 180, 182. So B-Wing's actually kind of better. So we'll have to make some B-Wings. Oh, it's got the heavy turbo lasers. That's what the points are going. There's no real ion cannons on this thing. So some ion, 15-point ion cannon on this. And the turrets. In long range. Or spherical ion cannons. These fire faster. So put those on. Hook rules. T has been brewed. Okay. Any progress towards an eclipse? Of course there's been progress. Not a lot, but it's progress. Which ones are they? Okay, these are point defense stuff. See, this thing doesn't have a whole lot of point defense, but that's okay. Here are the ions. Good. Linked, alternating. Good, good. Okay, so I actually should probably auto-fit this thing. There. Okay, so these look good. Oh, he's still missing points, but more venting. There. Oh, actually we didn't. Oh, sorry, can't do this. We didn't put any hull mods on this thing. Okay, so you need a hyperdrive. Beskar armor. Oof. Was it 15 points left? Okay, so we need, what is it? Where is it? Targeting unit. Reinforce bulkheads, build in stuff. So that one, that one. Integrated targeting, reinforce bulkheads. Oh, the shields. Better shields. Is it reinforced? Redundant shield generators. There we go. There, balanced. So that'll work. Okay. So we need to make some more of these Camogula bomber stuff. And more weapons too. Go through these so fast. There, fighters. Oh, we can't make those fighters that I wanted to make. Bummer. We can make B-Wings though. Remember that, we can definitely make B-Wings. Thought. Y-Wing, K-Wing. The B-Wings have a funny name or something, or maybe we can't just make them. I thought we could. We cannot make B-Wings. I thought we could. We can make the old Y-Wings. Cost. I'm looking at, I need some 10-point fighter squadrons. Because it's not always in the best interest of the ship to put a 15-point in there. Sometimes you need to put 10 points in instead of 15s. K-Wing is 15 points. So I want need some 10-point bomber wings and fighter wings, which we don't have a lot of selection there. Because both the ships that I want to make, they're not there. We don't have B-Wings, we don't have the other bomber type that I was looking at too, the other 10-pointer. Because we can do skip rays too. Skip rays are 20 points. I mean, we got some nice fighters to choose from. It's just that sometimes you just don't need that 15 or 20 point stuff. It's sometimes, like I said, in the ship's best interest to not have a big squadron there. See, we have a lot of 15 pointers. A lot of 5 pointers, but the 10 pointers for us are very rare for some reason. We just haven't been lucky with those blueprints. Like these guys, these 25-point fighters. These guys are nice. 6 laser cannons target. These things tear smaller ships up. But again, they're expensive at 25 points. X4 gunship, this is another good one too. Anyway, so we need to dig up some more blueprints here and there. and storage. Okay, so these guys are all built out, ready to go. All they have to do is be unmothballed, fully repaired, and they go into the secondary fleet. This one even has a captain. So, okay. So it's nice as our secondary group. Look at the circle is almost as big. This is actually a pretty decent fleet. A lot of frigates, some support destroyers, cruisers, capital ships. This is actually a nice fleet. Lots of fighters. Lots of fighters. All different types. So, anyway. Medicine needs to be delivered somewhere. That's right, Olgan. Olgan's down there, but there's a gate. And Azeroth. It's not really Azeroth, but that's enough. Off we go. Ukos didn't want to command it. I know. He doesn't want to. I was going to give him promotion and everything, but he didn't want it. Tully does have a role here, doesn't he? Tully is currently in charge of one of our Venators. There's Fenny, there's Tully. By the way, if you'd like to be one of our captains, use your acorns at the bottom of the screen. Just click on the squirrel with the number next to it, and then choose name generator, and then we will discuss who you can be. Keep in mind that some of these are taken. There's Desperador. Again, that's Vukrul's. That's untaken. That one's untaken. But again, that's Fenny. That's Tully. There's some other openings too. I think one of our other volunteers has been moved to the second. No, there we go. Xanthium there. He's got that little guy there. So again, we have some openings if people are interested. Not capable enough. Boss fight. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Okay, if this medicine delivery doesn't work out, we're gonna have to do. We'll probably do some bounties or something, or pick on somebody. The Mandalorians have been a major pain in my ass, so we might have to go after them for a little bit, just to beat them up. Okay, so we're actually headed over to Olgan, so I can go right there. Murmur system. Oh, look, pirates. Have to go see what their market looks like. See if they need any medications. Hey, look, complete. Our construction completed. It's okay. Transponder off. Oops, looks like we already hit these guys.
Stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
Mandalorian fleet coming in. And good job, Vukuls and Lord Draken beating up on a Zealot. Good job, I guess. Okay, so Mandalorian's looking for a fight, it looks like. Bounty
Come
hunters.
on, you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
I don't think they're making a very smart move here, but not my decision. You slipped on the... Oh, you didn't survive? Oh. Well, I would probably say that Vukuls pushed you in the back. Free for all.
Looky looky, Vukuls wants to get beat up again in the free-for-all. Get him. Get him now.
Let's see. Acclimator for 25 or that for 20. Acclimator. Let's see. Now we'll set up defense there for now. Until we make sure nobody gets stretched out. Your fellow Europeans. Yes, the Europeans never stab each other in the back or trip each other up or anything like that. No. Never in the history of Europe has that ever happened. The only person who saw it is dead, so there's no proof. I think that's how it works. If you kill all the witnesses, there's no witnesses. So we just sit back here for a little bit, let them come in all kinds of stretched out, and kill them all. Victors write the history. That is true. Enemies, USA citizens, all states support each other all the time. Exactly. There's no animosity between states in the United States. Everybody is on the same page. All the time. History books show that. We got him with tractor beam, just no audio confirmation. I'm calling my fighters because they're all beat to hell. Sucks to be you. Okay, what are we looking at? We're grouped up, so we can stop that now. Targets. We push up the right side first. Johnny and Amber will spark the next Civil War. Spark the Civil War? Johnny and Amber. I don't know who they are. Fighters eating our plasma shots. The secession attempt in the last 200 years, so it's nice record. Yeah. Not something to be terribly proud of in the first place, but get them, fighters. Come back. I'm not done shooting yet. Oh, I barely dodged him. And my fighter's dead. Are we winning? I think we're winning. Here goes fight that guy.
Tractor beam activated.
Means you can't get away.
Deactivating tractor beam.
They're picking on me. Okay, drop some shields to get some arc flux gone, but still firing shots. Uh-oh. Oh, somehow I got moved away from them too much. Ghouls, what are you doing?
Activating tractor beam.
Ah, sucks to be you. He's trying to dodge those, but hit him with the tractor beam for the last second. Kinda.
Deactivating tractor beam.
Calling fighters. What are these things? Oh my. I don't know if we have access to those yet or not. Okay, so we're doing okay, I guess. They're mostly gone. These fighters seem broken. Like the shots move right through them. For some reason they're going to blow up that time, but still.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button. That's it.
Deactivating
Thanks.
tractor beam.
Are they from another dimension? Bugville? Maybe. It's those guys. Caber class interceptor, whatever. They're dying, but doesn't seem like they die as fast as they probably should. I mean, look at that guy. I mean, he's getting hit. Maybe they're phase ships. Maybe that's what it is. We'll have to see if we have them on blueprints. Caber class. Wow, you just eat up those K-Wings, though. Should be it. So they retreated, so pursue them. Technically not second in command, but... Okay, all dead. I don't need those. Stuff. Star Vipers, Skip Rays. Need one of those too. Caber. For the Mando's word for protector, were wedge-shaped twin-engine snub fighters furnished by Mandalorian defense during the battle over Endor. During the Nagibah War, whatever. The fighters were manufactured by Mandalorian Motors. Blah, 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 provided 12 Caber-class fighters. Okay, so... they're bombers. Doesn't say anything about phase. So I don't know why it takes so much to kill them. Their shields and armor isn't that great. They're a 5-point fighter and they don't seem to want to die. Oh, Gimpy leveled up. Gimpy needs... rename maneuvers. Here deployed combat ship grants plus 1% to ECM ratings fleet. Sure. What does ECM do? It reduces the enemy's range for weapons. So, oh, we were definitely winning. It was just, you know, stuff. Again, it was the fighters. I mean, those, they look like they might be bugged somehow, or maybe it's just not. The hits aren't registering visually, but it is. No, because they were dying. It's just they didn't seem to be dying as fast as they should have been. Transponder stays off. More Mandalorians chasing us. Oh look, they found us. Oof. Oh. These are different types of aggressors. Those do not look like regular aggressors. This is the other version of them. Are fairly hefty. So known as the Aggressor Destroyer, was one of the several different warship classes utilized by Terran Zaun's faction in the Galactic Civil War. So this is the other version of the Aggressor. These don't have the chin gun. Oh yeah, they do. This is the Aggressor. 8 small energy, 16 medium. 390 points. Do they have tractor beams? They do have tractor beams. 8 small energy, 13. So it's slightly different version. But it's still an aggressor. Just different version. These things again. Not really a frigate. More of a destroyer or cruiser. More of a cruiser. Medium ballistics. What are these? Another Zan consortium ship, basically. What's this for? This is again Mandalorian bounty on me. So stupid Mandalorians causing trouble. Hold you out this time. Haven't seen you in a while. So this is Providence CIS destroyer. It's got 6 ballistic hardpoints on it, good for shooting stuff. And again, defense. We'll go this side this time. It's a difference. A couple of weapon hardpoints and the ordnance points. The versions that we're about to go up against have about 20 or 30 points less than this one does. But they all have the chin guns, the big plasma cannons on them. And but they don't have. I think they had a few more. I think it was a few more small energy hardpoints, but not as many mediums. Same amount of fighters. So differences are. It's a small difference. There, slowing down. Phase ships. They are there.
Tractor beam activated. Deactivating tractor beam.
Okay, aggressor to aggressor. So you can see they're kind of familiar or similar. Get them, fighters. Trying to slide to my left a little bit so Blue Coast can move up there and have some fun. Hopefully. Kill him. Of course it's laser spam. It's Star Wars. What else would it be? Okay, regrouping my fighters. And those guys. Okay, so we took out one of their big ships, and the other two to be following back. So we'll go get them.
Tractor beam in effect. Tractor beam deactivated.
Kind of busy over here on my side. Yeah, it's a phase type of stuff. Yeah, we need a vent. Hey, these guys aren't real Mandalorians. They're using Imperial guns. Traitors. Traitors. Uh-oh. These guys are fake Mandalorians, using the wrong technology. Traitors to their whole culture.
Tractor beam activated. Tractor beam switched off.
Did we lose the ship? Guess not, we're just a little... And then... I think that's it for us. Out of my range with a tractor beam. Now we call the fighters, just dying one by one. Is he not going to dodge those? He didn't try real hard. Found that time. Try to ram him. Damn it. Ramming speed didn't work. Unfortunately, ramming beam, the tractor beam died before we could ram them. Sucked, but that's okay. We got this. So far out of the fight. That way. So they're running. I don't think we're going to be able to catch them, but they are running. Fighter's dead, so we're not going to catch them. They're all going to escape. You see? There he goes. Okay, so they ran like the cowards they are. Coward Mandalorians. Those are these are all the ones that retreat. Shall engage.
Come on, you pansy, get back in there and fight.
Fighting. Bring in these guys. A little bit more speed. No, maybe not.
Incoming message.
Overseer, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Why didn't the bot say anything? Bot's been saying stuff. Been a little while though. Is chat alive? Chat's awfully quiet.
Tag disengaged.
No tag. Oh, there's the bot. Okay. So you guys are just being quiet. But there we go, it's the announcement. It's a little slow there for some reason. You're alive? Okay. There we go. Just, chat's slow for whatever reason. Means get closer, please. Died before I could ram him. Think you're still buffing. And hello, Overseer. Yeah, chat's being weird for some reason. It looks slow. How's Miss Gimpy hip today? It's good, I think. She hasn't been complaining about it, so that's a plus sign. Buffering? I'm being weird? I'm not being weird. Walking coming? Hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe. Looks like we're gonna have some decent weather, as in not too warm. So, the other one's got away. Pursue, command. And three get away. Should recover. Anything good?
Come on, you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
Black Sun Corvette. This one is 100 ordnance points. The frigate, 2 small energies, 6 medium ballistic. 6 medium ballistic on this. You make that thing just kill. It's a broadside flank Corvette dedicated for anti-star. Yes, that's what the role would be. The stream was buffering? Oh. So maybe that's what it was. Because I wasn't.
Hey, bag of water.
OBS wasn't
Stretch
saying
your
anything.
legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
So that one's ready to go. It's to be ready shortly. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
I think the game wants a restart. That's what slow saving means. And let's see what it goes next time. Last week that happened and it cleared up on its own, which was weird. Okay, so we're going over here to deliver some medicine. And hopefully they don't recognize us, because we're kind of the ones who screwed them over not too long ago. And 3 minutes. So. Do I want to do this? So. No. Really? We could take this over. That's how you really eliminate the competition. Just take them over. Let's do that. So the plan right now is to destroy the station, and then we're going to take his pirate station, so that we'll control the medical distribution on this part of the galaxy. Good job, Draken and Vukos are beating up on a locust that loves to get one shot. What was your job? Engage the station. What's up, keep replaying? What? No, not a hack. No, not a hack. I don't like hacks. The hacks make promises my body isn't willing to keep. Or no, sorry, the hack writes checks my body isn't willing to cash. That's what it is. Only attack the easy things. Hey, somebody's got to do it. So, I was even. Okay, so considerable bombardment. Hack the call. So let's take out their HQ and ground defenses, which we want to do. Lost 40 fuel. Military options. We can invade. Or we can do a raid. Nothing worth acquiring, so do that. And invade. This is something we haven't done in a while. An actual invasion. Okay, so they've got 34, 75. Not a big defensive force, but that's okay. More stuff to choose from. So deploy to ground defenses. Deploy to mining. Fly to HQ. Fly to refining. To the spaceport. So 4 sizes, 300 to those guys. So we don't actually deploy everybody, but we will. Spaceport backwards this time. And ground defenses. Okay, so we got that. Abilities we can use. We can use electronic warfare too. Let's see. So, all enemy units reorganize for 1 turn and affects the enemy ground defenses is reduced by 0.7. So it hurts. So we're going to do that. I'll eat up a little bit of supplies. So it significantly reduces their defenses. So we will squish them in 1 turn, no problem. So all I have to sit back and do is wait. Stay close enough to provide support from space. And taken. So these guys. So there's our stockpile. This. So the spaceport. Ooh, spaceport is disrupted for a couple of months. What is that? 5 to 6 months. Pay the hazard pay for better growth. So got mining and refining here. Why are they? What the hell are they mining? Oh, diffuse volatiles. Okay. So they're making transphotonics and metals because they're refining stuff too. Low-tech station. Patrol HQ. These guys are out for a year. Nobody will leave that station for a long time. I know. I'm seeing that now. It's okay. Is a rebellion? There's a rebellion. Do we care about the rebellion is the question. Do we care about the rebellion? I say we wait. I say we just wait and see what happens. It's not that much money. It's only $5,000. The Freeport at least has the stuff that they want keep coming in, so that'll keep them a little bit happier. But we'll have to see what happens. See if everything can get repaired before the rebellion kicks in, or it does stuff. We'll see. Anyway. Rakish man at the end of the bar is up too. It's a real shame how many of them just can't follow instructions and end up getting what we want. So this is a dead drop, right? For 75,000. Nah. Yeah, we need to restart the game. Because it's not supposed to take this long to save. So, slight memory leak, no big deal. This didn't happen at all last week, which was good. But we've been fighting a lot more today, too. Anyway, gonna restart the game real quick and continue on. Dun, dun, dun. Give it a chance. Shut down all the way. Good enough. Anyway, happy Saturday. So, our quest to get an eclipse. Still got a long way to go. Long way to go. But the good news is we picked up 2 colonies already, thanks to the Empire getting squished. We colonized Bis and Kuat, which are good resource planets, actually really good resource planets, and that'll help our production eventually. It just takes a while before they get back up to speed because they were completely decimated through the wars the Empire had been fighting. So they take too long to get their big ships out. Okay, so back in here. Okay, let's see if there's any colony threats. Oh, there are. Oops. The rebellion to worry about now. So we have to get back to Krone. They're invading the... what are they? Invasion. Very strong and are likely comprised of 4 fleets. Invasion space forces are evenly matched with the ground force. Space forces are evenly matched. Ground forces are evenly matched. So we have to get back home real quick. We weren't traveling too far. So we do have a Stargate down here. New Stargate in the system. Pesky Mandalorians. I really need to squish their colonies around us. I gotta hit them where their main fleets are being constructed. And it's me, at least. Monthly income, that's already producing stuff. Pirates. So these are bounty hunters. Jerks. Slowing me down. Let's just go kill them. Okay, so pirate bounty hunters or whatever coming to squish us. Or trying to. Tully, what are you doing? Get them, fighters. Oops. Well, I guess I don't know where to go. They seem to be kind of split up. Okay, mostly to our left, it looks like. fine. Oh, two of them. Guess who's next? So tractor beam doesn't seem to be working on these guys, but they might be too big or too far away. Too big. Calling my fighters because we're all beat up. You're next. Oh, look, you're next.
Tractor beam in effect. Tractor beam deactivated.
They're getting pummeled just a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, they don't take their they don't make very good decisions when taking their bounties. Let's go to running, second command, so you guys. And still two tankers managed to get away. Much better. That's what it's supposed to be. It's the saving speed. Okay, so then we saw Mandalorians chasing us too. Get it over to the gate though, so we can get home really quick. Right? Okay, and they're headed to currently in system, going after murder habitat, which is right there. So they had to come either there or the other jump points because we don't have any big location. They could have come in through there, but maybe. Game for the whole galaxy. Actually, it's really just the Mandalorians right now. The Mandalorians and bounty hunters, because bounties. Only 1 million credits on my head right now from the Mandalorians. That's what's going on. Stupid independent pirate or pirates trying to get their little bounties, which didn't work, and the Mandalorians are coming after me too for the same reason. Uh-oh. This looks like a big fight. This is going to take a while. Okay. So our station is still up, the shield gate. So that thing's going to put up a... It's only like a level 1, but it should put up a decent resistance, hopefully. Oh, this is our defense fleet too. Looks like they've lost a couple of ships already though.
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Oh, look at all these ships. Oh. Good. Okay. Only one ship. We're going to have to send you in, but we're going to have to transfer command, because you can't have that just fly around with no brains to it. So sorry, Fukos, you're going to have to be temporarily replaced. There we go. So this is the first time I've used this since we replaced the long-range ion cannons with the spherical ion cannons. Why did we do that? Because these things fire twice as fast. Almost just a little bit shorter range, hits just as hard, but just a faster cycle time. So that's why we went with the sphericals. No fighters to worry about for me. Don't know what this immobilizer is doing, but it's here. That's a level 1 station. It won't survive. It can end this fight, more than likely.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
The station's already down, or at least section of it is. And station's down. This means you can bring more stuff in. I'll bring in the aggressor. Alright, let's get the nose pointed at him a little bit better, and go.
Target at maximum firepower.
What is this thing anyway? MC90 or MC something like that? Okay, vent. More friends. Gunships? Gunships or carriers? Bring acclimators in.
Night vision engaged.
Surrounded. Poor Y-Wings. Yeah, it's not so tough when you're not getting swarmed, are you? So, what are we looking at? So, this is our aggressor over there. That's actually Gimpy's ship. If I transfer leadership back over there, will who's take back over? I don't know how that works. There's some long-range shooting there. Destroy my station, will you? Okay, that's a carrier here, a little frigate carrier, but not gonna get him. There's a nebula. Hey, Calvac, welcome back. Happy Saturday. I thought this was supposed to be a Mandalorian fleet. It seems like a lot of Republic type ships in here. We get more points to spend. Let's bring in the Vanators. To the fight, Tubby, or Tully. It was called Tully Tubby. Caught myself at the last second. They're secret allies? Maybe?
Fire for maximum effect.
Kill him. Don't let him get away. Kill him. So close. There we go. Venting, venting, venting. Funny part about venting is as soon as it's over with, all the weapons have usually recycled and you get that kind of stuff. Spam of any kind is effective. Of course, big stuff is even better. Big laser spam is better. Ugh. So we can bring another ship in, or we can wait. Or we can bring another acclimator in. That. Actually, let's put a defensive point there, so all our ships are collecting the same spot, so they don't get spread out like we are now. That is not our acclimator, or at least from our fleet. Might be the secondary fleet ship, but ugh, so many fighters in between. This thing should be dead. There it goes. Okay, so, oh wow, we were so far away from where we're supposed to be. So both vendors are in here now, right? No, sorry, acclimators. 35 points to get the other vendor in here. That'll help us with the extra fighters. Die already. Uh-oh. I think they're trying to gang up on me. You don't want to play with me. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
Hello, other Venator. So apparently we don't pay attention to orders anymore. You have to defend this location or ship. No. I'm sure why he's going that way. He should be back here with the group. This one should be going up here too. Again, I don't know why they do that specifically, but...
Come on, you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
See, look, those things should be dead. Those are the invulnerable little fighters that never want to die. Oops, I just hit my own ship there. Flagship's getting a little tired. Oh, that's a summon ship, doesn't count. Kill him. There we go. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That was really bad.
It wasn't that bad. Just ran into a station corpse. It's no big deal.
Fire for maximum effect.
Dropped shields to get some heat back. Go. And now we can vent. Uh-oh. Buttons were pressed that shouldn't have been pressed. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We haven't did that in a while.
Hey, bag of water. It is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs.
After this fight?
Your next break is in 2 hours.
I don't know how much longer this fight has to go. So it is taking a long fight, and it's not even over yet. Look how many more ships are still coming in. It was like 4 fleets. So it's not like this fight's going to be over anytime soon. So I am going to take a quick break, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of stuff, and be back shortly. Okay, so we'll just leave it here, and like I said, be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.